Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, March 16th.
Is a moment of silence enough, or do we need to go further?
That's what Palm Coast City Councilwoman Kathy Hyder wants the public to decide. Currently, council opens meetings with a moment of silence, a new tradition started within the past few weeks. If it were up to Hyder,
I think that with what the mayor has been doing, in my own opinion, is it's enough that we have that moment of silence.
Vice Mayor Ed Danko is in favor of opening meetings with prayer.
This country was founded on religion. It's in our pledge. It's on the back of our money. So I don't think there's a way to sort of just neutralize this or have a moment of silence. I think we should be doing it at every meeting we have. And if we don't have someone show up, then we can do the moment of silence to fill that void.
Councilman Nick Kloufis weighed in.
The moment of silence to me is something where we can all take a deep breath and almost become calm. And I'm going to be blatantly honest with you. I kind of fear that we're going to piss somebody off who is going to be a religious person and might get us into a bit of a kerfuffle. But I digress. I think the moment of silence, definitely, if no one shows up for the other option that we were talking about, that seems completely reasonable to me.
City Councilwoman Teresa Pontieri, who is Catholic, has reservations.
I just want to preserve the personal beliefs of our community as a whole and make sure that nothing offensive comes before the chamber.
Council will vote on a policy next month, and Mayor David Alfin has said he wants any vote to be unanimous. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. An execution date is set for the man known as the Flagler Ninja Killer.
Louis Gaskin, who was convicted of a 1989 double murder in Flagler County, is set for execution next month under a death warrant signed Monday by Governor Ron DeSantis. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Well, it has taken 33 years for the victims' families to see justice. I am hoping that the sentence that was imposed will finally be carried out. Of course, a signed death warrant always starts a series of additional appeals, but his appeals have already been denied by the Florida Supreme Court and the U.S. Supreme Court. I pray that some sense of closure will finally come to the family whose parents were murdered.
With the exception of any further delays on appeal, the execution of Gaskin is scheduled for April 12th at 6 p.m., according to the Office of Governor DeSantis. Gaskin will be the second execution in Florida this year and the fourth under DeSantis. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Flagler Beach issues an update on the progress of dune walkover repairs.
Assistant to the city manager, Katie Dockhorn, says almost all the walkovers were damaged from last year's 2 hurricanes.
Our city maintenance staff were able to repair 34 out of our 52 public dune walkovers, and the remaining walkovers had more significant damage. For those walkovers, we had a comprehensive engineering assessment done, and we're using the results of that engineering assessment to put out a bid package to repair or replace the remaining walkovers.
The public can help facilitate repair work.
We're going to be taking initiatives with our partners to renourish the dunes, but in the meantime, they're very fragile. They're really a protection to our city, and we want to make sure that we're not damaging them any further by walking on them or parking on them. So we really ask that the public will cooperate with that.
The goal is to get the new pilings in before the start of turtle nesting season. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
People in Bunnell are not the only ones who want InvisiCook.
CEO Curtis Celebos said that with several states doing away with gas stoves for cooking, InvisiCook is becoming a thing here and throughout the world.
2 weeks ago, we received a call from the Egyptian government, and they are building all new public housing for their residents, and they want an InvisiCook in all of their new apartments.
Celebos said that the Egyptian government does not want propane or gas because neither of those are clean nor green energy. The Business Report is on WNZF on Saturday mornings, and it's on the Flagler radio app anytime you want to listen. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.